Hello, I am Kevin Olson from TextLearn.com, and welcome to Lesson 4.2 of the Intro to Java series. In this lesson, we will be discussing how to use while loops. You can view this material in text form online at TextLearn.com, and the link is in the description. The while statement. While loops are another type of loop provided by Java which enable you to loop through code statements repeatedly until a certain condition is met. So it's similar to a for loop, but now it's called a while loop. It's a little more basic. So first we have this integer x is set to 0, and this is known as priming the loop. When we prime a loop, we are setting up conditions to make it true so that the loop will be able to run. Now, while x is less than 10, we go ahead and we print out the value of x, and then we increment the value of x by 1 each time. So it'll keep going on and on and on until x is no longer less than 10. So when x equals 10, it's going to be the end of that loop. The other type of while loop that we'll talk about is a do-while loop. So in addition to the standard while loop, Java offers a do-while loop. The difference between a while loop and a do-while loop is that a while loop checks for the condition at the beginning of the loop, and a do-while loop checks for the condition at the end, which means that regardless of whether the condition is met or not, the code will be executed at least one time. So here we prime the loop with I equals 0. Then we have this do keyword in here, curly braces for the block of code that goes into the loop. We increment the value of I by 1 each time. We print out the value of I. And then you can see we put the while statement at the end here. So while I is less than 10 goes at the end now. So it'll keep doing this over and over again so long as I is less than 10. So let's test this out. Let me open Eclipse here. Okay, so first off we have the while loop. So we'll just do integer x equals 0 while x is less than 10. We increment the value of x by 1, and we can do system out println x. We run that, and it prints out 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as we would expect it to. And of course, if we wanted it to go all the way up to 10, we would set x less than or equal to 10, and now it goes to 10. So let's do the same thing using a do while loop. So do this. We'll do system out println x, and we'll increment the value of x by 1. Then we'll have our while at the end, while x is less than 10, and end that with a semicolon. We run that, same result, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now to show you the difference between a do while loop and a regular loop, so let's set x is equal to 100 now. So x is clearly not less than 10. We run that, and you can see it still did go through the first. It did execute the code the one time like I said it would. Then it got caught up in this while condition and it said, well, x isn't less than 10, so I'm not going to do this again. So that is how we can use a do while loop. Now if we had the while loop, while x is less than 10 at the beginning, system out println x, x plus plus. We run that with x being 100, and it prints out nothing because it checks at the beginning and it says, well, x is not less than 10, so I'm just not going to do anything with this. Alright, so that is while loops and do while loops. They are pretty simple, and just like with the for loops that we discussed in the last topic, you can also use nesting to place while loops inside of other while loops inside of for loops inside of while loops. However you want to structure it, you can do it. So go try that stuff out, and I do have a review exercise for this section, review exercise 4.2, reusable calculator. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to modify the basic calculator review exercise that we made in topic 2, where we had the calculator that prints out the sum, product, quotient, and difference between two values. And now we're going to make it so we can reuse the calculator without having to recompile the program. So it should ask the user for two values, output the sum, product, quotient, and remainder, and then it should ask the user if they would like to use the calculator again. If they type the word yes, then it will ask for two values again. If they type the word no, then the loop should end. Do this using a do-while loop. Alright, thanks for watching.